What's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Hold on, let me take a quick pause from this workout really quickly. Health is the new wealth. I've been dedicated basically over the entire month of December and going on even longer than that. I've been pretty dedicated to my regimen. So I got new sponsors coming on and people that's highlighting and pushing what it is that I'm doing as far as what I believe in. Let me move down here a little bit simply because I don't want the music to affect the video. Make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. We got some great things in the works. And I'm happy to be here in Miami, having a good time. I got to take one more flight back to Detroit before the end of the new year. But then we're going to come back and we're going to do the New Year's Eve meetup here in Miami. You know, it's supposed to be a big cyclone storm brewing on the Midwest or whatever like that, but we're not tripping off of that. I am going to cancel the show for Friday night, the live show for Friday night, simply because I want everybody to be safe in Detroit. Maybe I'll do it online or something like that. Dropped the interview today of Charleston White with me and Charleston White addressing Tony the Closer, Tasha K, money, a lot of that type of stuff. Drop that inside of the Patreon. Full 2-hour interview. So if you're not familiar with that, make sure you tap in with that and get it popping. But aside from all of the housekeeping, health is the new wealth for me. And I'm dedicated to going to the next level in everything, whether it be fitness, health, money, the whole 9 yards. I'm gonna pull back a little bit from working as hard as I used to, and I'm just gonna work a little bit smarter. One of the reasons why I had to work really hard over an extended period of time, especially when you're building new businesses, when you're doing content creation and all of that, is because you have to set that foundation. You have to build up the foundation and the nest egg. It's the foundation and the nest egg. And what that basically means is you have to accumulate enough. You have to accumulate enough to where when it starts to compound, it compounds exponentially. When you first really start making money, whether you're 20 or you're 30, those are the most important years in your financial journey, because the earlier you get started in setting that foundation, which is one of the reasons why I regularly say it's important for you to stay down for the first 10 years, the first whatever, and then the rest is going to be on autopilot. That first nest egg moment, the earlier you get started, is the thing that then exponentially compounds as you start to get older and chill. And that's why I always say that, you know, the earlier you get started in things, the more of what it is that you become. So if you develop good habits early, especially financial good habits, you'll be able to control the narrative going forward for the rest of your life. You won't have to be subjected to having to work in order to be able to substantiate yourself. You can work because it's just something that you're really into, or you want to continue to compound, or you've grown to, love what it is that you do, or, it's just something that you've conditioned yourself to be. I think that working is healthy regardless of what age you are and how much you have. But that early foundation, and even your early foundation, the second point is the early foundation as far as setting the expectations and the standards of how you want your business and your company to run. I can't pull people into what it is that I do if I'm not first being the person that sets the example of how it is that you're supposed to operate within a company. And people take this term really lightly, and they use it as a talking point. I see a lot lately. Being a servant leader, basically the person that is on the front lines in the midst of the battle with your workers, or doing whatever it is that you want them to do, not just pointing and telling them to take orders, but actually being a person that emphasizes and implements what it is that sets the company straight. You're the person that set up the company. You're the person that built it from scratch. And so you set an expectation, but actually you also training the people in the process. You're training people on how you want things to be done inside of the company that you're a part of now, right? So, those are the things that are important, especially in the early journey. Everybody just want to be on this passive income bullshit. Nothing is really passive because you have to do the groundwork. You have to do the legwork. And then you got to work that shit. You got to do it. You got to do the thing that's actually going to be in the best interest of the people that you employ, the people that you surround yourself with, the whole 9 yards. So let go of that passive, yo, I want to be 21 years old, living on the beach, sipping a cocktail or some shit. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? You can have whatever dream you want to have, but you actually got to go out and get that shit. You don't think, if you think that it's just going to come as you sitting around, chilling, playing video games and having a good time, that's not real life. That's not realistic. And so, you know, there is lessons to be learned in the work. There's lessons to be learned in the hustle and the grind. And there's things that you're going to have to go through as a man and as a woman, especially as a man, but as a man and a woman, that allows for you to be able to be really, really successful long term. And if you're unwilling to actually go through it, then you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it. And that's why you got people like Lil Romeo today sitting there talking about what his father owe him and all of this other. And I don't give a fuck about no rap snacks. I don't care about none of that shit. The reality is that he was super privileged. Now he's entitled, and now you seeing the monster that Master P created, right? As much as I love P, I gotta hold him accountable because this is the thing that I say on a regular basis. Generational wealth is not just you giving your kid everything. It's not you buying your kid all the cars and all of that other type of shit. That's not what generational wealth is. Generational wealth is a mindset to then be able to carry on the legacy that you set as a foundation as a father. And then B, it's the thing that actually sustains you. And it's the set of principles and a mindset that you have that you can pass down from generation to generation that ultimately generates the wealth and the mindset and the money and the mentality and all of this other type of stuff, the successful marriages and everything. What's the point of giving them a bunch of shit if it turns them into a monster just for the sake of not wanting them to go through nothing? You got to go through something. You got to actually do the thing that's going to be in your best interest. And if you're unwilling to go through it, then you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it. All you're going to do is fumble it. And that's why they say, you know, good times create weak men. I don't want that shit if it's going to ruin me. I always told God, yo, give me what's for me, but I want everything, which means that I was willing to work for it, grind for it, hustle, and do the thing that was going to be in the best interest of whoever it is that was surrounding me. Give me that shit. Don't give me nothing that somebody had to give me. I'm straight. I'll go out and get it on my own. I don't need nobody to co-sign for me. I don't need nobody to give me nothing. I don't need nobody to hand me nothing. My father gave me everything that I needed in order to be successful, and I'm forever grateful. I'd rather him give me the game than to give me the money. You ain't hearing what I'm saying. I'd rather him give me the game than give me the money because the game will sustain me forever, and it's something that I can truly pass down. But that money, it come and go. You can always get money. You ain't never gonna get the game. Don't try to cheat. Don't try to skip steps. Go and get the game. And you know what's so funny? When we having these conversations about relationships and networking and all of this other type of stuff, I often tell people all the time, listen, the game is the game and you're going to have to get it regardless of how you feel. You can't sit there and try to cheat it because ultimately it's going to come back to bite you. It's the thing that is going to sustain you and make sure that you are super successful. But anyways, let me get back to my workout. Again, I got my grades coming through. I got my zaddy vibes. Who knows how long I'm going to keep it. I got some business to take care of. Me and Rita I'm going to take her shopping too. So it's going to be a good day. It's nice and sunny. I know it's super cold where y'all at. Y'all say, yo, Anton, it's going to get to a low of 40 and the high of 60 over there in Miami. That's cool. I take that over the alternative. But that's because I've set the foundation and I did the thing I was supposed to do prior to actually believing that I earned it. Can't nobody give you nothing. You got to go and get that shit yourself. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.